hello. Right, you're now in tune to WORDLIFE Comic Corner. We're back. Today we're going to be discussing one of the biggest films ever in Nerdland. Okay, this is Civil War, the MCU version, not the comic version that we got up here. We're just going to be doing a general discussion on what we think. It might be a bit late in the day for this, but the channel's just started and we feel if this is such a big event in the MCU, we've got to touch on it. So, what do you think? It was good, wasn't it?
Personally, I fucking loved it. I loved it. But then again, it is the introduction of Spider-Man into it, and I'm a
resident Spider-Man nerd. He is literally like love Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
I would have Spider-Man's babies if I could.
Don't blame me, they're interesting babies.
But basically, Tom Holland smashed it as Spider-Man.
Yeah. Okay, so that's what we're touching on first. Are you happy with what they've done with the new Spider-Man?
Yeah, like I love it. Like, I mean, people were divided on the suit. I wasn't.
Come on. I think that it was perfect, old school 60s, like the first artist design of Spider-Man. It was so similar to that, you know, that early design of not almost poor drawing, but you know, the simplicity of it. No depth and stuff.
Like when in that trailer where he did a little backflip and landed on the truck, and his eyes squinted. I was like,
if you listen carefully on that, this is how deep you went on the trailer. You could hear the and that's when you knew Iron Man was doing this thing like as well. So that it's golden, like the original age, but with the new touch on it. So
I also really like how the actor Tom Holland is a Brit as well, which is amazing. You know, which actually caused quite a bit of controversy when he was first cast. So
I think Garfield was he's a Brit,
I think everyone there's always controversy of everyone really. I think it's the cast anyone is always
there is, yeah. But I think it's the Peter Parker humour is quite well played by English person. I think that's how it plays off and that kind of wit and
I think we're a massive banter, so you know I think we can get that on point.
Just briefly before we carry on, can I just say that he's a perfect Peter Parker but a flawless Spider-Man? Where the other two actors that played him were they were good, like Tobey Maguire would always be my Spider-Man.
I tell you what, I liked him at the time, I did, but it was a good kids film, a good family film. Although what they did in the Venom one, you know, when he's doing the emo goth thing and he's doing that. I want his family to die. His family should die for that reason.
Do the Venom dance. I love the Civil War Spider-Man. Tom Holland was absolutely amazing. He just nailed that. The comic humour you get from Spider-Man, if you don't read comics, you probably, you saw the TV animated series when you were younger. Just the continuous, even when he's getting beaten up, he's still making jokes, you know. I mean, spoilers obviously for the film, Civil War, but you know, he's getting pulled away by Falcon, he's just like, you won't stop, you have the right to remain silent. Yeah, and it's just that level of humour, you know, as he's like, you know, people don't normally talk this much for a fight. Oh, sorry, okay.
And I loved the reference to Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back.
Hey guys, remember that old movie? Making everyone feel old.
See, that came out before I was born, but still, Star Wars, I grew up with Star Wars, and when he says that old movie, it actually made me finally feel like I am 27 now, and I'm not here. Like, I still feel 18 half the time, and he made me actually feel old, and that's the first time I ever felt like that, so.
I've got to say, the Star Wars scene, that was when he ties up Giant Man. Now this is a massive spoiler if you haven't seen it. We should have warned you lots of times, there's lots of spoilers.
Nice but early spoiler alert.
We'll have stuff on the intro, the title, so
you click the video, you know, so it says spoilers up there, you know.
You've been warned. But Giant Man, what did you think about Giant Man's appearance? Should that have been saved for Ant-Man and the Wasp, or are you glad they did it there?
I think it needed it. It was
because I think perfect. This is coming back to the comics. So, you remember like Thor's clone Ragnarok?
Yeah.
And he kills Goliath.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a nice little nod to having like
Goliath, a big character.
Like,
without introducing yet another character.
I think there was loads of those. I mean, metaphorical representations of the comic. You know, that Miriam Sharp, a different lady, same son's death in a different way. Even Scarlet Witch, you know, that is the start of the comic. A young Avenger that doesn't know how to handle their powers. They go and try and do something for the better good, end up fucking up and killing a bunch of people. Really, you know, she makes people. But loads of those things, even like Cap Shield and Iron Man's beams, loads of comic metaphors. Even people say it was distant, it was separate. I was really happy at tiny little nods and tiny metaphors that still made the film special in that way if anyone's read the comics.
And relate to the comic. That's it. I mean, it wasn't an exact representation of it, thank God. I would have liked to have seen that many Marvel characters fighting, but that would have been very hard to roll out in film. Yeah, I'm generally impressed. I thoroughly liked it, to be fair. I'm usually really critical of films. I even criticised the hell out of Deadpool when it came out. That's my favourite character. But this film, I was well impressed all the way through. I would have liked to have seen Red Hulk. Okay, Ross Thunderbolt's in there for a reason. I think they're leading up to something with that, and I went on about it for a long time.
Don't you like only a fiber?
He probably
I like you, like, he's gonna be in it. He's in the trailer so much.
I'm glad it wasn't just Nick. Every day at home, he's like, look, that could be Red Hulk in that trailer. He's probably in it. Bruce and the Red Hulk, Ross is in it.
Giant man, isn't it?
It was good. Yeah,
I think to also, to give an unbiased discussion to the movie, I'm going to bring up one thing that the only thing I think I can find disappointing in the movie is that we was obviously told from like leaks by the Russos that there was going to be Russos, tomato, isn't it?
Oh, it's a surname.
But there was going to be 3 major deaths. And we spent a lot of time discussing it, who they would be, and it ended up just being Crossbones, really.
Peggy died, and I think they did film the ending scene of Captain America dying. They filmed it, but they didn't put it in there. With productions, obviously, they film so much stuff that people don't know about. And the reason they do it is curveballs. They basically do that because they know people may be reporting on it, and then they're going to go, oh my god, there's 3 deaths in it. People are constantly just picking up videos like this, talking about the kind of way that people do it, giving it attention and stuff, but also speculating. We all thought Captain America was going to die. How many people at the end were like, is he going to do it?
I just wanted to see I know it might sound really dark, I want to see the Avengers die. They're going to cast me as Thanos, even though he's already been cast now. I wanted to see maybe someone like Hawkeye. I know he had that whole thing with his family.
Genuinely, I thought that he was going to die. I kind of hoped he was going to die because he sucks. They introduced his family, his kids, which made me think you're going to get sympathy for him, and that's led me to death. I thought otherwise, what's the point? Why do we know that his family has a country house somewhere in the middle of nowhere? That's a bit pointless at the moment. Maybe they're going to throw that in the later film and then kill Hawkeye, hopefully.
The reason
I'm going to die, Hawkeye.
The reason I really wanted the death, though, is that, taken away from westernized comics, it's like in the series Dragon Ball, it's like death is now no longer meaningful because they can always get brought back. And it's kind of like with the MCU universe, it's starting to feel like the Avengers are almost untouchable because there's not enough high caliber deaths. It's not like, oh fuck, any moment now, so one of them could die. It's not so feel like everyone's pretty safe.
You've got to remember, we're leading up to Infinity. And the Stones are going to be all powerful, and I think they are going to wipe out a lot of the Avengers.
I don't reckon they're going to die.
No, I'm telling you now, 50% of the Avengers will die in Infinity War.
Agreed.
Because they can bring that.
I'm telling you now, this will happen, right? Quicksilver will come back as well. They'll all be brought back by the Infinity Gauntlet. After they're all dead. And that's because, if you watch all the MCU films with an Infinity Stone in it, you'll see that, all the big baddies get absorbed into it. They don't actually die. So, Ultron goes into the...
That's what I said.
Goes into the Vision kind of thing. Red Skull goes into the Tesseract. But even Malekith goes into the Ether, doesn't he? So I reckon Thanos is just going to go, click his fingers with the Infinity Gauntlet. They're all going to come back.
At least a lot of people.
Do you reckon that would be the Cabal? Because you have the Cabal in the comics, they might not want to throw in 4 new characters or how many.
But
bam, all the villains.
It's a possibility.
If Thanos is going to do that, and he also, you reckon that 50% of the Avengers are going to die, I can actually see that happening. 50% of the Avengers die, but I can also, knowing the MCU, I can see them also then coming back.
That's not a bad thing. One thing I definitely saw and
it brings them back with the Infinity Gauntlet. But the reason I was saying it is in Age of Ultron, Stark has that little vision, and I don't think.
Where everyone's dead, and that's going to be a play out for the future. They don't just chuck him random visions, is it?
What's it?
Foreshadowing.
No, but Scarlet Witch, she just goes, I just showed him his future. And I was like, right, so they're clearly going to die. And then However, characters that are unknown to the Avengers at that time of that film, let's say who else is going to be there? Black Panther, Spider-Man, Captain Marvel, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, of course.
Anyone that
Doctor
wasn't in that little
Strange.
scene, Doctor Strange. Anyone that wasn't in that little scene clearly is going to be able to get Infinity Gauntlet at some point, just bring them all back. Like in the comics, it wasn't Infinity.
A few people have had the good night in the comics.
Yeah, Spider-Man flipped it off.
That's what I'm saying.
Which I can see them probably doing at some point in the thing.
Which I'm saying,
they're
still protected to a level. Yeah, they might die, but there is still a big chance, and probably most likely, that they will come back. And that's what I'm saying, is that the Avengers feel too safe. I want to see it where they're completely erased from the MCU universe.
I have to say though, we are turning this into a prediction video for Infinity. Let's bring this back to Civil War, because ultimately that's what we know. Because we will do another prediction video at some point before Infinity. We will come on to that now. So yeah, let's bring it back.
I mean, a great way to bring it back. Sorry to jump in. I mean, just in connection for what you did. I mean, I saw these amazing little articles, if you will, on comicbook.com, ETC News, and all the YouTube videos that you watch for all the kind of comic news. The Russo brothers, they actually went on record and said that the reason they didn't actually kill anyone off in Civil War, it was because of that whole sense, like you say, they're untouchable. You know, they could just get brought back. Death is really meaningless. A lot of people speculate that Quicksilver will be coming back in Civil War.
They thought he was in a tank.
They did, they thought he was in a tank. And, it is a great thing, they don't have to do these deaths. They said they wanted to make the movie feel impactful at the ending, that kind of decision. You're still walking out, you don't know whose side you're on. Me and my brother went and watched it, and the whole way through the credits we're debating still. He's Team Iron Man, I'm Team Cap to the end.
Right, so as for the film, it was set up to have sides. So whose side would you say you were on?
I'm, Team Iron Man all the way. Tony Stark is like my dude. If he could be my uncle, I'd want him to be my uncle. I just love Robert Downey Jr. I just love Robert Downey Jr.'s portrayal as well. I think that he, like you said about Spider-Man, he's a really good Iron Man, but a flawless Tony Stark. Like, I think it was like the role was made for him before he was even born.
What's everyone do the sides?
Yeah.
Well,
basically, he loves Iron Man.
I just love Iron Man. That's all.
That's a good enough reason. You like the guy, you like this guy, you choose side.
Right, anyway. What side was you on?
Okay, so when it comes to sides, I was a little divided at first, because Cap's got some really good points. Like, why should the Avengers be,
exactly.
made minions of the government, basically?
Yeah.
Like, if they couldn't go and save the world, and, let's say Wakanda, when they went out and Ultron was there, would the American government let them go to Wakanda if they were under the Sokovia Accords?
No.
Probably not. But that was a bit of a pivotal moment for the film.
Yeah.
And then again with Iron Man's side, the whole thing about Winter Soldier killing his parents, especially his mum, who's all sad and shit.
Yeah.
I was just like, if someone murdered my parents, I wouldn't be sat here right now. I'd be out buying guns and.
Yeah, but it was all a bit. Yeah. So you killed my parents. You killed my dad. You killed my mommy. It was a bit. Yeah. Anyway.
It needs to be put in check. I just don't like the restrictions.
So you are.
I'm Team Iron Man, but if the Sokovia Accords were amended a little,
Which they're not. So you.
Providing the terms and conditions change.
Yeah, right.
He's decided.
Okay, so you.
Me, Team Cap. I've been Team Cap since day one. Even before, Spider-Man came out and it was revealed he was Team Iron Man, and I was like, I like Downey Jr. and I like Spider-Man. I'm kind of tempted, but just Team Cap, even from the comics, but the movie perspective as well. He's right. They're superheroes. You can't tell a superhero where they've got to be. I don't like the government as it is, and then there's no superheroes in the world. So, telling them that they have to be somewhere and they have to fight their wars. It's going to be fighting for oil and the wrong people, the people that they tell you to go fight. When there's Mysterio coming in New York and he's just ripping the place up, and they're out in Afghanistan fighting, looking for oil because that's where the government told them they got to be. I just think morally, that whole speech, when you think you're right, you have to stand for what you believe in, and it's that sense of morality, that do good. I think I've always been the same. No matter how much I want to be a nasty person, I can't. I'm a good person to the core. Always put myself out in front of other people and help out where I can, and that's just, it speaks words and volumes to me of what Cap stood for, and the whole way through the film. It's about not siding away your life and telling them you need to do what you need to do.
But don't you think as well with Team Cap that a lot of the movie it stopped being about sides and being more about protecting Bucky than it was about any kind of side document.
That was
that's what bothered me about Team Cap is that it became more, and it was a very selfish thing as well because it's like he was my friend from the war. And like
it was very childish.
Yeah, and it was. It's like, but I don't want you to hurt my friend. And it's like, and it got to the point
where. But your friend.
But I mean, in his defence, I mean, if it was like, I mean, I granted I haven't been to war with someone and had that brother connection, but I mean, you know, if it was your personal friend, I mean, you have been alive for 70 years and known since, you know, day one, and he looked after you when you were a small guy, you know, you're tiny, you're about, what, 5'4" to high, and he's telling you I can do anything, I'll look after you to the end of the line. He saved your life as you fell out of the helicarrier, you know what I mean? He pulled you out of the water. This guy's been there for you, and he's got no one else. And he's been framed for so much bad stuff.
Yeah.
He did it, but it was not him. You
that's
know?
understandable.
It's a good thing. It shows honesty in a person, looking out for the ones you love, no matter what. You know, protects them against what is right.
That's understandable. But would you take one of your best friends, like you said, that you want to protect, and then drag 4, 5, 6, 7 of your other close friends into danger to protect that one friend?
Yes.
Like, if you're gonna go rogue,
yeah, we fill up a van.
If you're gonna go rogue, go rogue. Don't go rogue.
This is my thing. Yeah. Basically, I don't like Captain America. Yeah. Hate him. Don't like what he stands for. The purity. I think the whole American thing. Like he's basically a symbol for hope in America and everything like that. No, seriously, I just genuinely found that I sympathise with Iron Man, you know, don't kill someone's parents and not expect retaliation, yeah, but the whole Soviet Accord is being a snitch. Now, I stand very firmly on the rap side of street life thing.
Don't get stitches, bro.
Fuck that shit, man. Like, we're not giving our names out as going around and blowing up people, that's just dumb, innit? You know, why not give them your addresses and, you know, all the white guys.
Tony Stark did that once, and look how that happened. Look at that.
Yeah, forget that.
I mean, it's happened across the MCU. You know, your name's on a record, it's going to get stolen by the
Because at least expect it real.
I mean, Shield, Hydra as well. That's the big thing about Cap's mantra. You know, Shield was actually part of, you know, big infiltrated by Hydra. You know, they always think that the government, you know, has always got an agenda that someone could infiltrate and, you know, make it a weapon, and then therefore, if they're liable with government and they're controlled by the government, then they become the weapon. You know what I mean?
One thing that actually did annoy me about the film, and I got over it quite quick, but you know, there were all the chambers with the other super soldiers, and they got shot. No, the Winter Soldiers. Potentially 5 new characters that could have been in that big battle, that all got shot before they even woke up. So we've lost another 5 potential awesome characters.
Yeah, but they're all variations of the same character.
Yeah,
they never really existed in the comics anyway.
I mean, there's 5 people we've already seen, you know.
Comic characters from it. There's a lot of people on the Weapon X program that they could have used. You know, I mean, there's tons of people who've gone through the Super Soldiers program, the Weapon X program. Well, they call it something else, you know. What is this? They call them Marvels or something like that.
We call them Enhanced.
But I mean, the reason they did that, you know, it would have been 5 guys with the same powers that we've already seen. It would have been a cool fight scene, but, you know, in terms of budget and time of the film, they traded that fight scene of Cap and Bucky fighting 5 Winter Soldier guys for Iron Man and Captain America to have that monumental fight.
I got over it as well.
You know, with so many comic book references and montages or little images, if you will. You know, smashing the ship, his helmet off at the end, you know what I mean, and the whole holds it up. I mean, he's getting pulled away by civilians like the comic, but it was just so much rich in context, you know, and personality and purpose. You know, it really gave the film that purpose at the end that made you kind of go, oh, wow, that was deep, and alright, fair, they fought for the core of what they really believed in. I mean, so epic as well. You know, just Jarvis, on a Friday, you know, watch all his like fight stars and let's just kick his ass. You know, it's such an epic little fight, hand-to-hand combat at its finest. And of course, we need to see Winter Soldier maybe getting set up as the next Cap from the Shield back and forward.
Please don't do that.
Oh, look at it, be okay.
Give it to Falcon instead.
I hate that Falcon Cap
honestly. Winter Soldier was probably the best film prior to this, and I still hate Bucky. I'm not a big fan of Bucky. Get rid of Bucky. He's got too many movies under his belt. He's not a strong enough character. Nobody wanted to be Bucky when there was a little kid. You know what I mean?
No one does.
Nobody did. You know what I mean? I never got before. When I grew up, I went maybe Bucky O'Hare or something like that. You know what I mean? But fuck that.
Hey, don't get Bucky's hat.
We need stronger other characters in the Marvel universe. There's other ways they can go, and I don't want to see many more films about Bucky being Captain America. Fuck Captain America off. Get rid of that. We've done that. It's been done. Ultimately.
Do you know what you want to see?
No.
You know, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
There's Adam Warlock's cocoon in it.
Yes, he was in the collector's thing in the cocoon,
Yeah.
and they've not touched back on that, and they need to bring one back.
Break that fuck
Yeah,
out.
exactly.
Like, I just want Guardians 2 to just open with Adam Warlock punching his cocoon open
Yeah.
and then beating the
Well,
shit
there was
out
the
of Howard the
explosion.
Duck.
Well, that's the end of the scene. The end of the Guardians of the
Yeah, it's
Galaxy.
cracked,
Yeah, the whole thing's cracked. So therefore, they've already
I just
kind
wanna
of
say
touched on it, you know. So bring Warlock into it. Okay, that touches on another thing. The end credit scene.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Now, I was so disappointed in that. I loved the whole film. I thought it was brilliant. I loved the fact that Spider-Man was in it. Did they need to waste the end credit scene instead of previewing something that's coming up in another film? They already confirmed that there was going to be a Spider-Man 2 film, a new Spider-Man film. We knew that was going to happen. So basically, all they've announced in his end credit thing was his little watch thing, which is a throwback to his light thing that he shines in a room to detect people in the comics. Yeah.
The web shooter. Like, there's first off, I think they had to use Spider-Man because
Why?
it's out next year.
Yeah.
It's the next film after Doctor Strange, and they can't do an end credit scene for Doctor Strange because it's an origin story.
Very
So
true.
they can't do anything for him. That's why that didn't happen.
But they
So
could
the
have done
credit
something
scene
with
was-
Guardians.
Yeah,
The one
but
in that film, they bloody introduced Howard the Duck. They do something random
yeah, that's
for
because
Alfie, you know,
that's because
something-
can do
They give
that.
it Captain Marvel, something like that. A little preview as to where Hulk
Maybe,
is,
like,
or
past
something like
Captain
that.
Marvel, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but okay, Hulk's flying through space in a Quinjet somewhere, or over the Earth.
Back onto
Yeah.
back onto
I grew up on the Hulk. He's a good character.
back onto Spidey's web shooter.
Yeah.
It's actually a really, really good nod if you look at it. Because not only is it the little torch that he used in his early career to scare his enemies or warn them they're coming. So
Such a rubbish weapon.
loads
Oh look,
of
I have a light. Ooh.
Yeah.
It was just
talking
seemed
back in the
quite
60s, everything was a lot campier back then.
Yeah.
But like,
Full on
It's
cat.
60s.
there's, around the Spidey logo, there's loads of little different icons. And you can see them. I guarantee you that those are like the different kind of web cartridges. Like the
That's
fucking
cool. That would be
napalm
cool.
and the concrete and the electricity.
Hi guys, and thanks for watching the video. This has been episode 2 of the Comic Corner podcast, sponsored by WordLife. I hope you enjoyed this little piece of content here. We all feel so strongly about what we do that we really want you to leave some comments on what you feel we should do, what you feel you disagreed with or agreed with the movie or discussion topic that we've had in this episode. And if you like it, leave a like. If you disliked it, go ahead and leave a dislike. We'll probably like you a little less, but still, as long as we're engaging with you guys and we know that we have a point in which we can go further with what we do, because we love doing this. We love talking comics. We love talking TV shows, movies. We just want to bring you all the up-to-date information and keep this rolling. You know, we're a community at the end of the day, and we want to keep that way. As you can see on the screen, we do have our previous video, which is our intro to our podcast, and we also have a review by T, which is reviewing the Old Man Logan comic. So, you know, check these videos out, because I tell you what, I'm not being biased, maybe a little bit, but they're awesome. So please like, subscribe, comment, like us on Facebook and Twitter, which you can see on the screen here. And guys, I've been Jay. Have an awesome day, and this has been the Comic Corner crew, and keep it easy.